Welcome to Bashy's Corner, a program where we discuss important issues honestly and with respect to our guests. And today our guest is Tahira Hafeez. She hails from Pakistan. Professionally, she is a clinical psychologist, and recently she came to Denmark. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
First, I would like to ask you, what made you come to Denmark?
It was in fact my career that brought me here. I just came here for my career, that I just want to excel and learn more things on a broader level. That is why I'm here.
But I mean, you could have chosen other countries if you wanted to go abroad and try something else. So why specifically Denmark?
Yep. In fact, Denmark was offering green card scheme, and it was particularly for the skilled people who are like doctors, psychologists and engineers. So that is why it was easier for me to pursue towards this region of the world. That is why I applied for the green card.
Okay.
Yeah. And I got it. So I'm here.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We are happy to have you here.
Yeah.
From the internet, one can find information that you are highly qualified and had a well-paid job in Pakistan. So why would you leave everything, come to Denmark to an uncertain future?
Basically, as it has been mentioned that I am a clinical psychologist. So clinical psychology is all about taking challenges. As I mentioned earlier, that I am here for my career, and the other thing is, like, I was seeking, since long I was seeking my PhD studies, because this is my one of the goals, and I thought of maybe moving to Denmark. It would be easier for me to seek my higher education in a easy way, because I'm having my residency, and pursuing my education would be something that would be like easier for me. That is why I just moved and left my job and everything in Pakistan.
Okay. Is it common that women in Pakistan get good university education and work professionally like you did?
It's easier because as we all are growing with the time, we all are learning, and we all are crossing our barriers. Same with Pakistan. Now females can work and get higher education from universities, and even they work abroad and they go for the higher education into other universities around the world. So it's easier now for the females, though I must say that it is quite easier for females in a metropolitan city like I was living in Lahore. It was easier for me to work and to have a higher education. But it's still a problem, and it's still difficult for females to pursue their careers, to their educations, if they are living into some small towns and smaller areas, or particularly into rural areas. So for females who are from metropolitan cities, or who are there in the developed region of the Pakistan, they have this chance, like they can have higher education and they can enjoy their careers to their maximum level, and even they can try their potentials. There is no problem like this. Yeah.
So there are very big differences spread out, I mean, between the metropolitan areas and the rural areas.
Yeah, there is a huge difference in Pakistan. Like some of rural areas still are deprived of even electricity. This is like the basic thing, but metropolitan cities are exactly the level of any international city with the facilities. So there is a huge gap in knowledge, information and facilities. Like there is a gap between a metropolitan city and the rural areas. Yeah.
Okay. Besides working at the hospital, you were also involved in NGOs work. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Basically, I worked with multiple NGOs. Some were international NGOs and some were local NGOs, and I was particularly working with marginalized population like transgenders in Pakistan, sex workers, either male or female, injecting drug users particularly, and HIV/AIDS. In fact, these were my areas of work. That is a difficult area to work with for a female in Pakistan, or even then when she is living in a metropolitan city, and people are aware of everything. But it's because talking about such marginalized groups is a big issue and a taboo in Pakistan. So it's not easier for somebody to get into these kind of marginalized groups and to work with them. Yeah, I serve them and I work with them, and I really enjoy it, and I learned a lot of things, and I must say that I could see life's brutality in the reality, in fact. So yeah.
How come you chose to work with these marginalized groups?
Since long I have been known as a rebel in my family.
As a rebel?
Yeah. And even in my class. So I was, I must say, I am the second Pakistani female who got named while working with marginalized groups, and it is also like, it is only my passion that I want to serve this community, which is like being neglected, and it has been cornered from the basic needs. I think they deserve the real services. So that's my passion to work with them. Yeah. Okay. And my nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you mentioned you were known as a rebel in your family.
Yes.
What, did you get any resistance from your family when you wanted to pursue this higher education, or was it just when you chose to work with these marginalized groups? What happened with your family?
For higher education, I must say my family was very supportive to me. Particularly my father was very supportive, and my brothers and my father, they always supported me for my education. But when it came to work with the marginalized groups, there was something like, why you are just doing this thing, and why you are just going for such kind of population which is like already stigmatized, and people will think about you negative, and being a girl it would be difficult for you to get married. So you should think about this. And I was I was replying to my father that I know it would be difficult, but if everybody is thinking like this, there would be nobody who will be serving them. So I need your support. I want you to stand back at my back and support me to do this work. Then ultimately, with the passage of time and again we were having conflicts about this, but after a short time we got settled with that.
So in the end, they could understand that this was very important for you, and maybe not just for you, but for the society.
Exactly. Later on, I could see my father was advocating my profession and my things which I was doing with others, and most of the time I have seen him protecting me and advocating for me in my family, and even like wherever he goes. See, he was always there, and he is still always there for me to support me. He is a big support for me. Later on, he could understand what I was doing. It was the right thing, and it is the real need of the society.
Okay. Yeah. Originally, he hoped that you could have interest in less marginalized, less tabooed clients, maybe. But okay. Coming to Denmark through this green card scheme, could you find a job in your field of profession, or how does it work? Did you have to have a job offer before getting the green card, or how does it work?
There is no system like this that anybody from any country get a job before coming here on green card. Particularly they have to look for the jobs after coming here, and no, still this point, when it's been like 10 months I'm here and I'm struggling, I didn't get job in my own field. But luckily I have started my own practices here as a clinical psychologist, and I am serving my own community, Pakistanis and people who are from the ethnic minorities. I'm providing services them, and so it's not easier to find job, because I can understand there are many barriers, and languages above all. So
okay, so it's been 10 months.
Yes.
And before we started the program, you told me you understand some Danish, but you don't speak Danish yet.
Yeah, I can speak little.
Okay.
Yeah, the basic.
The very
things,
basic.
Yes, because it's been like 6 months I have joined the school. and I'm learning Danish. So it was, even today it was my exam too for the module 2.
Okay, and how did it go?
It went so well. Yeah.
So you passed the exam.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very good. But then there will be another module.
Exactly. It's
progression.
like exactly approximately 6 modules we have to learn complete Danish. But I know it's a bit difficult and challenging thing too, because to become proficient into Danish, you need more practice and interaction with Dane people particularly.
And without a job, you don't get so much interaction and practice.
Yes.
I take.
In fact, as I told you that one thing that I have started my own career because it was so bothering for me that I'm not working in my career and in my own field, and that is why I just try to make it at least I should have something to begin with that. And with that, I am also working on voluntary basis with other Danish organizations like Trampoline House, and where I am trying to empower. Yep. I'm trying to empower their volunteers, how they can serve refugees in a better way. And there is another organization for which I am doing volunteer work. It is AIDS Foundation here. So I'm trying to get into the things which are quite related and require services. So I'm with Dane's organizations too, to get to know.
So you do get to practice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm trying.
And you started your own practice. So I guess, but you're still looking for a job as a clinical psychologist at a hospital, or
in any hospital or any private services. Like there are some institutions which are offering privately psychological help and psychosocial support to the community. I'm looking for them too, if I can get any kind of opportunity with them. Yeah.
Okay, and still I hope it will work out. A bit more about the green card, because we have heard that the green card system has been a big disaster because 90% of the professionals who are on this green card are doing odd jobs. They don't work in their professional field.
Yes.
Did you research this properly before coming to Denmark?
It's true that now you might have heard about this thing that government is now going to completely done with this scheme green card. They are just going to stop it now from now, because these days things are going on and they are trying to change the legislation and trying to make amendments in the law, and
because it's not working.
Yeah. It is to some extent. It is like it's not working. If I talk about this thing that people are getting jobs into their own professions, yes, they are not getting. But there is another thing which is now bothering more, because people left their career, they left their families, they left everything. Because when you move to another country, it is like you are resigning everything in your own country. You are seizing your whole of resources and everything. You are just saying goodbye. And when it's been like people who are on green card here, it's been like 2 or 3 years they are working here, though odd jobs, and now government is going to do something new, which is like I should say, which is a problem for the green card holders to extend their visas and to stay here permanently. So this thing is now creating another problem for the green cards. Odd jobs are there. It's good that government should think about that. They should stop this scheme from now or in coming days. But people who are already here and they are working here, though odd jobs, but they have left everything in their own country. Now they are just trying to progress here. So I think there should be a leniency in the law with the green card holders who are already here. So they should not be thrown out of the country.
What you're saying is that when the visa expires, they will have to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
This is go back to nothing really?
Exactly, because if I talk about me, as I came here and it's been only 10 months, I have resigned from all of my services in Pakistan. Everybody knows that I'm no more in Pakistan now. I have moved somewhere else. If I go back to Pakistan again, and it would be a difficult situation for me to get a job from the scratch. I will have to do the things from the scratch, and I will have to look for the job. I will have to make all the efforts again. And no, I even in that case, I'm not sure if I'll be getting a good job or not. And then it will be like a wastage of the whole time which I spent here, and I relocated myself, and now I'm going back. That means that 2, 3 or 4 years, it's like it's all waste.
But did you know about the difficulties before coming here?
No, in fact, nobody tells about this. Even the embassy doesn't tell about the difficulties. Even telling you the truth, I was not knowing that Danish is the language which is like mode of communication here. I was not knowing, because when it comes to apply for green card, it is like you need to show IELTS, the English exam, in which you have to have some certain bands. But when somebody lands here, after that it is like you have to have Danish language. So that is something, but I must say that it's fine with the newcomers. Government should not offer them green card anymore. But people who are already, they deserve to stay here, because they have left, they have relocated, they have left their families, they have left their jobs and everything. Now they are making efforts here. Their careers have been sacrificed now, because since long they are here. They are working as like some odd jobs they are doing. So their career has been gone now. If they are trying to make something possible for them, I think they deserve this thing, that they should be on like with some leniency from the government, that they should stay here, they should work for themselves and to serve even this country where they are now.
Okay. Is there when you come here, when you get the green card and you then arrive in Denmark, do you receive any kind of guidance, or are you just on your own?
No, there is no guidance about the if I say this, there is no guidance about this, that what platform you have to follow, where you have to go, and what you have to do. It is like only I must say that it is only you yourself who is trying, no matter where you are going, where you are trying. It's like it's you have to do it by yourself. No guidance is there, as I am a clinical psychologist and I don't know where I should go, what should I do, to whom I should meet, and which path I should follow. I have tried it all my own, that I am making my own ways. I am trying to get into the things.
How did you find out? You arrived here. I think you arrived here. You're a skilled person, but you know very little about Denmark.
Yes, exactly. It is very. I don't know much about the Denmark, but it's like there are some groups on the Facebook which I have joined, which has which is a big help for me, and I'm even trying to get into my own community. They are supporting me in many things, and even they are also referring me to some Danes organizations which are related to my own field, not directly but indirectly. They are serving to the social causes. So this is, I am trying to make my own network and my own ways, but I'm trying.
Okay. So how are you managing economically, financially? You told me you were doing some volunteer work. You are taking some Danish course. How does it work?
This is one of the things. That is why I'm just saying that a green card holder who has moved here, he has spent all of his savings for this thing, that they are moving here. And same with me, I spent the whole saving I was having, and my family is there to support me. They are supporting me, and still I don't have that much amount there which is like enough for surviving, but my family is supporting me and I am trying to make my own earning things that as I told you that I have started my private practice. Yeah.
Are you living in Copenhagen?
Yes, I am living in Copenhagen.
Okay.
LP.
Okay. Do you have any relatives here in Denmark?
No.
No?
Nobody.
Completely on your own?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about Denmark and the Danish population. It's always interesting to hear when an outsider comes in and gives us a fresh view on what are we really like in this country. How would you describe Danish people?
Danish people are good, and I must say they are quite open-hearted towards people who are coming here. But because language is something which is making other communities and other people which is keeping at distance them, like they are not getting into as a full integrated society. Danes are good, they are nice, they are helping, they are here to help other people, and they are even helping, because I have seen people particularly who are the refugees, how Dane people are there to support them, because time to time I am going to trampoline house and see people, they all are Danes, and even the team I am dealing with, volunteers team, even in that team there are many Dane volunteers who are just serving people. So they are good and they want to help people openly. It's not that they have their barriers and they don't want to get, no,
but that's your impression from the Danes that you met in the trampoline house. Exactly. For instance. But how would you extend that impression to the whole Danish population?
If I talk about the whole population, because I didn't meet so many people, so many Danes, but I learned out of other people how these people are working, how these people are serving, how their things are working and what system they are following. What I learned out of other people, it is like a conclusion of this thing, that overall this nation is a loving, caring and open-hearted nation, but they keep themselves a bit reserved. You ask for help, they help you out of the way. If you don't, no. Yeah.
That's interesting, because I hear that a lot from foreigners.
Yeah.
That I mean, yours was the kind way of saying it, because I've met other foreigners finding Danes cold and arrogant. That would be the more negative. But then they say, well, but once you get to learn Danish people, they are actually warm and friendly. But the first impression often seems to come across as reserved.
Yeah, but I think it is also quite a good thing in some situations too, because if it is like you are all the time just opening up yourself and you just exaggerating your expressions and your feelings towards others, and others might take it like, oh my god, what's this? So it's better when people are asking, help them. When they don't, then I think it's you can't offer help who are not asking for that. People who are asking for help, help them. So this is the attitude which I have observed over here. People who are asking for help, Danes are helping them.
Okay. So can you tell me a bit about your future plans? I mean, you've been here for 10 months. Didn't find your dream job yet.
My future
what does the future hold for you?
In the current situation or in the current scenario, it is all depending upon the government policies, because if I see like government is still holding the statement that we green card holders have to leave the country, then I think we are not left with any, and even me too, I'm not left with any other choice to make any more efforts over here to explore for myself.
Then you will have to go back.
Exactly. This is by the government, but on if I say about myself, because I have seen here people are in real need of psychological help. Telling you the truth, it is only 5 million people here, but the psychological problems I have seen, it is like surprising for me that why so much psychological needs are here, what is happening here. And even in Pakistan we are 20 million people, and
20?
Yes, and it's hard for it was hard for me to see anybody with the psychological problem even around the area where I was living. But here I know very little community. Even in that little community I could see people with the mental health problems. So that is more surprising for me. What's there that is like making them this much into mental health problems, and what is creating mental distress for them.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
So
if I'm staying here longer, then definitely I would be looking for the causes which are like making this thing happen. So this is my point.
Do you have any clues as to why the situation is like that after only spending 10 months here? Do you have any clues?
In fact, if only few points which I can talk about, not the gross root things, because I need to get into the depth for making any kind of conclusions.
Looking for a hypothesis.
Yeah. It is like just only a general thing that I have seen. People are more isolated here, and maybe it is like more stress of going with the things, to follow the rules, to follow other things, and family connections and ties are not that much connected. People are love to live alone, which may be one of the causes which is leading towards this thing, that people are getting into more mental health problems. And maybe there are some biological things too which are causing this thing. Honestly, this is my true thinking about the current situation, why it's happening. Only 5 million people are there, and I can see people with mental health problems around me, which is like I couldn't see this thing in Pakistan where we are having 20 million people.
Okay.
So,
well, time is running out.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for joining the program, and I wish you luck.
Thank you.
On your stay here and your search for a job where you can really put your skills to full use.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And this was what we chose to bring in this program. Thank you for watching. See you again next time.
Bye.